Welcome, folks. I am Jabby Kaway, joined by Sintel Kaway.
What's cracking, baby?
Now, we are shooting this in a different location in my home. This is where Achar typically shoots, but she's using the main stage today, so I'm using the backstage today, next to the dumpster and the toilets.
I just saw a stray cat run right behind you.
So, we're watching Jojo Rabbit. This is my first time watching the entire film. Just for full disclosure, I've watched some of it before, like the very beginning, but I was so tired when I started it, I just knocked out. And Achar was next to me, and she watched the whole thing and was like, that was a great movie. And I was like,
wow.
Well, thanks for not hitting the pause button, but that's all good. So we're going to watch this today, and Sintel has never seen it before.
Never. I've just heard all of the great things about it. It's critically acclaimed. So.
Yeah, he just found out that it's Taika Waititi, so.
Right? How did I miss this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So if you're watching this on YouTube, you will see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. However, if you want to watch the whole thing with us, uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabbyKaway, or become a member of this YouTube channel to watch the whole film with us. No cuts or interruptions, but you will need your own copy of the film so that you can open it up in an adjacent window to our reaction, and it's like you're watching it with two of your favorite pals from the internet. Now, if you're watching this on Patreon or memberships already, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, or smash it, if you will, as it were. Bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Here we go. This is a different vibe, dude. We're doing this in this environment almost feels more intimate in a way. It's very weird.
As long as you ain't Googling, giving me the googly eyes, and I'm far enough, so I don't have to worry about you blowing on my neck. Let's go!
I think it's because my bed is right there. It's just a different, I'm used to different things happening in here. Sleeping. What are you talking about? What are you thinking? Perverts.
Jojo Betzler, 10 years old.
Listen, he looks sporty.
Training weekend. It's going to be intense. But today, you become a man.
Oh, go ahead. You become a man.
All my energies and my strength to the savior of our country, Adolf Hitler.
Whoa!
I don't think I can do this.
Was? Of course you can.
Wait, is that Taika?
Yes.
Popular and you can't tie your shoelaces
playing
even though
Hitler.
you're 10 years old. Most loyal little Nazi I've ever met. Not to mention the fact you're really good looking. So you're gonna get out there and you're gonna have a great time, okay? Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler.
Who's Hitler? Do you even speak German?
You even got the blue contacts. So that's how we're starting things. That's how we're coming out of the blocks. like he's a rock star. Look at this.
I mean, it's kind of it's an accurate representation insofar as that's how he was probably seen, because he was such a strong orator,
charismatic. He was such a charismatic leader too.
Yeah, one of the most awful human beings ever, but he was definitely charismatic.
I mean, you have to have something in order to lead people to do those type of atrocities, right?
Are you ready for the best weekend ever? Yes, I am. Let's go.
Oh my God, he's even like making me feel bad about the scouts. I was a Boy Scout.
Right.
I'm looking at the uniform.
It's just American propaganda to turn you into a soldier. That's all it is. I thought Boy Scouts was the dopest shit when I was a kid. And seeing like the older kids with the different colored uniforms and the different kinds of badges and stuff like that. Like, that military mentality, like, that sets in quick.
Welcome to the Hitler Jugend Training Weekend.
There is a Hitler youth camp.
My name is Captain Klenzendorf. You may call me Captain K. Captain K! Woo! Can two-eyed people do this?
Come on, man, there's children there, dog. What's going on, man? Chill out.
These are very special and expensive weapons. You should never be without them. And don't try to stab each other. No stabbing! Today you boys will be involved in such activities as marching, bayonet drills, grenade throwing, trench digging, map reading, gas defense, camouflage, ambush techniques, war games, firing guns, and blowing stuff up.
And blowing stuff
up.
Dressing wounds, making beds, and learning how to get pregnant.
Oh, right in the leg.
We Aryans are 1,000 times more civilized and advanced than any other race. Now get your things together, kids. It's time to burn some books.
Yeah, that sounds like modern day America now. Look at this, book burnings and everything.
Have we really had book burnings recently?
I mean, we're getting there. We're close.
You scared me for a second. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, I mean, like, we're danger close. Yeah.
I'd kill it like that. Like that.
That's all right, little boy. I couldn't snap for a while either.
We want hardened warriors, those that are prepared to kill at will. Can you kill?
Of course.
Man, I'm
I
dying, dog.
love
Chill
killing.
out.
Come here. Don't be scared. Come on.
I ate pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
Bring its neck and kill the rabbit.
You might scream, but we'll just use the boot to finish it off.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever heard a rabbit scream?
No, man.
It's absolutely terrifying. Terrifying.
I know there are certain parts of America where they like eat rabbit meat.
Oh.
I couldn't do it.
Dang, you just threw it away? You ain't even gonna skin it or eat? No? Okay.
Jojo Rabbit! Jojo Rabbit! Jojo Rabbit!
I ain't never been hunting. I haven't ever tried it. Like, I can't kill an animal.
Little man.
You know,
Hi, Adolf.
it's the proximity thing, man. I ain't trying to choke out a rabbit with my bare hands, man. I got better things to do with my time. This must be like a figment of his imagination, Hitler.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
The humble bunny can outwit all of his enemies. Be the rabbit.
Who are you talking to? Nobody. Oh, I thought you were crying. Are you a teardrop specialist?
Why are their little Nazi uniforms so adorable? That's terrible.
Jojo Rabbit! Jojo Rabbit! Antika! Jojo Rabbit!
Hey, this is amazing. We're like two human antelopes.
We're like two human antelopes.
All right, who's first? Ralph!
You know, I've played a lot of Call of Duty and never really understood the stick on the end of the grenade.
Probably has something to do with like the
Throwing?
weight, like almost like a tomahawk.
Ah. Uh-oh. Because grenades and children just mix. Yo, Taika is killing me, man, with his all of the joy in his heart. Ah.
Shit.
Oh my
Don't do
God.
that.
Don't do that.
What in the hell? Dang. You got a cool scar. Makes you look dangerous.
Your scars will heal, and you'll get most of the movement back in your leg.
But I'll never be in Hitler's personal guards.
Ah, you're fine as you are. Mama Lion worries about her cub, especially when Papa Lion isn't here.
Or Inga Lion.
So something's wrong with his leg too, huh? I'd imagine so.
Grab the rabbit by the tail, wrap it around his ear, tie it all up, and then stuff him back down the hole. Now then, let's...
Yo, his instructor was 2 sheets to the wind, dog. His chest out, untucked, drinking.
Prepare to leave the house.
Is it dangerous?
Extremely. Herr Hitler! Jesus.
This time he don't even have a full shirt on.
Okay, well, we need somebody to walk the clones.
The clone.
Clone.
What? Yo, where did that come from?
I don't suppose I could be conscripted.
Wait a minute.
Okay, here are the conscriptions, and here is a gun.
Oh,
Yo, they just full blown gave him the Ruger? Wow. Whoa. That took the air out of the room.
Yeah, just in case you forgot. The studio only agreed to greenlight this movie if Taika Waititi agreed to play Hitler. That was the one thing that they were like, we'll let you do this movie, but you must play Hitler.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow. It works for a very strange, secret friend.
I'm home.
This has a very Wes Anderson feel to me, with more momentum, I might add. Wes Anderson films tend to be slower.
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, it probably is heavily influenced by Wes Anderson's other projects. Not just this project, but Taika in general.
Look at the size of that knife, dude. Jesus.
I mean, it comes standard, man, with the uniform.
Do you know the legal size of a knife in the States that you can conceal and carry? I think
it's like 4 inches?
I thought it was like 3 inches, actually. Maybe it's 4, but still, nowhere near that.
Yeah, no, that's a gut a grown man length right there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi.
He bumped into the door with his head. He's just trying to get out.
Don't make me run, kids. I'm far too hungry, and you know how much we love the taste of blood.
See, yeah, I'm not mad at her for playing in on that propaganda. Just a little boy, terrify his ass.
You know what I am? Say it!
A Jew.
Gesundheit. And if you tell her you know about me, just one word, I'll do the world a great big favor and cut your Nazi.
Damn.
I think I'll hold on to this.
Sheesh, that was intense. Hundreds of them living in your walls. You see how fast she moves?
Yes.
You know who would have been perfect for this role is Robin Williams.
I've
Burn down
negotiated.
the house and blame Winston Churchill. Or negotiate.
Blame Winston Churchill.
I'm not scared of you, and I think you should find somewhere else to live.
Not okay. Get the hell out of my room.
She's pretty rude, you know. And now she's got 2 knives.
I know.
Make her feel safe and then she'll drop her guard and then you will be the one in control.
Reverse psychology.
Don't complicate things. Just use my backwards mind power trick.
You know what I heard? Rats. I've been meaning to tell you to stay away from upstairs until I've cleared them all, okay? I don't need you getting sick.
Okay, Mama. I'll watch out for those dirty rats.
I was about to say.
If I have to choose between you and my son, I won't know where to send you. You hear me? You can't know. If he knows, then they know.
A little late.
As long as there's someone alive somewhere, then they lose. They didn't get you yesterday or today. You make tomorrow the same. Tomorrow must be the same.
Yo, I can't even imagine, like, how like boring it is to try to survive like that. No iPad, no iPhone, no video, no Nintendo Switch.
Just you and your thoughts.
Yeah, that'll make you crazy.
And in the dark. Ugh, damn. Oh, that's his rehab clinic.
Soon your leg will only be a little bit deformed and pointless. I'm going to recommend another month off school, though, because your face might scare the other kids.
Damn. What a horrible lady. That better be Hitler. With them shoes. He was swimming in the pool with the pistol.
See you though?
It's pretty much healed. It only 80% hurts now.
Only 80%.
80%.
And if the Jew hypnotized someone to make them hide the Jew in the first place.
I'd be amazed if that could happen.
No, it can happen.
That was the longest scoot ever.
He had an inappropriate relationship with my sister, and then he drowned in an unrelated accident.
I'm not sure I'd be able to tell if I did.
Yeah, me neither. Without the funny hats, it's damn near impossible.
Someone should write a book on the subject.
It makes things so much easier.
It'd be a hit.
It'd be a hit. Jesus.
I'll see you later, little
At
man.
least he's not drinking on the job today.
He was.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I have some conditions for allowing you to stay here.
Mexicans steal me.
We're like you, but human.
Please take this seriously. I am born of Aryan ancestry, and my eyes are blue.
Break free. You were chosen by pathetic little men who can't even grow a full mustache.
Straight hemmed him up.
You know,
Lesson.
in defense of Hitler, that was a choice.
True thing upstairs.
Well,
He's trying to model it after Charlie Chaplin.
Is that why he did
this
it?
book is
Yeah.
going to be harder to write than I thought.
Wow, I had no idea.
Because Charlie Chaplin has a friendly face, so he wanted to model it after that.
She's burning something. What is she burning? What are you burning? She
can't hear you.
What are you
I'm mad at that. I could go for a glass of wine right about now.
We will crush our enemies into dust, and when they are destroyed, we shall use their graves as toilets.
Okay, no more politics.
You see the way he's looking at him like,
I might eat later. For now, I'm just going to chew on these grapes.
Yes.
So maybe I'll just finish yours. Don't want it to go to waste.
Oh, we
Taika's
stalemate.
face.
Yeah.
I'm stuck with you.
Don't you ever talk to your goddamn mother like that. Sorry, kid.
Well, we see where he gets his crazy from.
Mm-hmm. I'm out there trying to make a difference in the world. I need you to take care of my Rosie.
Yes, Dad.
She's doing what she can.
That was interesting.
That was a really good performance by Scarlett.
Yeah, I can't. The boredom. Oh my God. At least give me some books. Well, she does have some books. That's good. Even that would get.
Does she? Oh, she got books back there. But even after a while, like you can't move very much. You just stuck in that same spot. It's prison.
He proposed to me on the banks of the Flus. He knelt down like a proper gentleman, recited a poem by Rilke. When I said yes, we danced into the night.
Snarl. I'm way too busy for a girlfriend.
One day you'll make time. You'll think of nothing else.
Facts.
I said to draw where Jews.
We'll use all of these books to make a fake floor that she'll fall through straight into a pit full of piranhas.
Piranhas.
She won't know what hit her. Shh, shh, shh. You shush me. Let's get a book and let's go. Libraries are dumb.
I came across an old letter for your fiancé.
What the hell are you talking about?
That is mean.
So goodbye and sorry about letting you go. From Nathan, your ex-fiancé.
Evil little droll.
And unemployed and quite fat now.
Evil little man, you.
He's gotta fix it now with another letter.
Yeah.
I changed my mind because I don't want you to kill yourself over me, which a couple of girls have done in the past, and it's pretty stressful. Thank God you've been taken care of by that kid. And let's still get married sometime, even though I am truly unemployed and have nothing going on for me.
If you find any more of those letters, will you let me know?
Okay. Bye.
Ah, these banks used to be full of lovers. There was dancing and singing.
That's a cool frame.
Yeah.
You're stupid. Love is the strongest thing in the world.
I think you find that metal is the strongest thing in the world.
You'll feel it. It's a pain.
My ass, I bet.
My ass.
Like you're full of butterflies. Yuck. Yeah, yuck. Come on, Hitler.
Yeah, at a certain point, that is true.
You know what? Why don't I just leave you here, okay? And then I'll come and get you tomorrow. Okay, how about that? You'll figure it out, darling. We're going to lose the war, and then what are you going to do? Life is a gift. We must celebrate it. We have to dance to show God we are grateful.
I hear that.
I want dance. Dancing's for people who don't have a job.
Dancing's for people who are free.
Hey, man, I like dancing.
No one can stop me.
My legs seem to be doing all right.
Yeah. You want all that, don't you? all that glory.
All that beauty in that one little piece of ugly going through. It's crazy.
No news from Nathan today, I'm afraid. He's probably doing something amazing, like reading a book, growing a beard.
Hey, growing a beard is amazing for those of us that can't do it well.
In the beginning, we used to live in caves. Strange and wonderful creatures, all with one thing in common.
Mm-hmm. Stealing the ends of penises?
No.
The penis thing? Rabbis use them for earplugs.
What?
Some of us stayed in the caves, though, in our normal bodies.
Which are blobs or something?
Well, I'll draw them for you.
I was waiting for that.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is we can read each other's minds.
Everyone's minds? What about German minds?
Their heads are too thick for us to pen.
I won't let her boss my German brain around.
I think you've got a lot of good information in your book. It's time to show it to the world, don't you think?
Do you think I'm ugly?
Yes.
God.
Straight up. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, it's all coming from his own head.
Finkel, I meant we'd need dogs for when the city is attacked, not actual German shepherds.
I shouldn't have laughed as hard as that.
I'm writing a book.
Oh, congratulations. What's it called?
You Who Jew.
Gatling gun mounted with a radio which emits annoying music to dishearten the enemy.
What jobs do you have for me today?
Well, I've got one, I won't lie. It's a bit of a step down from what you're used to, but we need all hands on deck right now.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Oh, they're collecting scrap?
I'll just accept. I'll be one of those guys who never get to kiss a girl.
Do you want me to kiss you?
Thing number one. It's illegal for Nazis and Jews to hang out like we do.
You're not a Nazi.
I'm massively into swastikas, so I think that's a pretty good sign.
But you are not one of them.
Let's just agree to disagree.
That's gotta feel good after, like, days on end of butterflies.
Oh, there's those butterflies.
Right on the nose.
Older lady. Yeah, man.
Right on the nose.
Oh, girl.
Come on.
Get to your place.
Hurry, go.
You know? Probably smells like lavender in there now. Oh, shoot. They for real, for real. Yeah, no such thing as warrants back then.
Georgia! Hey, guys! Good to see you. My bicycle got a flat tire, so I carried it.
Captain Klenzendorf. Heil Hitler.
Hi, Hitler.
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 Word, every single time, every person.
Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler. What on earth are those oafs up to? Why don't we go upstairs and see, yes?
Man.
Y'all just gonna just make a mess of my place?
Heil Hitler.
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 Hi, Hitler.
Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler.
I did not know you had a sister.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That was dope. I like that change up.
Date of birth.
1st of May, 1929.
Correct. Thank you, Inga.
Wait. This one here, it is a drawing of their heads. I do hope you continue with it.
That guy's creepy as fuck.
Right. You know what, though? That's the first time I've really felt danger watching this.
Yeah.
It's been a weird ride up until this moment.
Stay home, Jojo. Look after your family. Look after this knife.
Why did he come over? Just to deliver the bike? That was so random.
Right. Yeah, it seemed a little, I don't know. It seems to me like he was indirectly made a save.
Elsa, you fooled them.
She was born on the 7th, not the 1st.
He let her slide.
Germany depends on the passion of these young men. Passion and the readiness to fall for the fatherland. To decide if you want to be remembered or disappear without a trace. Like a pitiful grain of sand into a desert of insignificance.
Damn.
This is one of the most bizarre movies ever.
Right?
It just likes to remind you, like, while it's making jokes and all, this is a really fucked up situation that really did happen. And I wonder if some of those lines when he's acting more Hitler-like are pulled straight from his speeches.
That's what I had assumed it was. I figured that's...
I mean, it's part of the propaganda, and so I imagine that those reels were played over and over again.
Notice the deterioration of the city, cracks in the foundation, posters not standing up.
Yeah, it's new.
Yeah, there's only bits of beauty, like that butterfly. Even the palette, even the color palette's changed.
Is that supposed to speak to his mental state or what's happening with Germany?
It's both.
Okay.
The only thing that's popping is the Nazi, the German flag, Nazi flag. Oh my goodness. That is not who I, no, that is not her. No. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Wow. That's unreal, dude. I wasn't.
It was so unexpected.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Everybody try to have a good time. I think you know the reason why. I feel like I've seen just about a...
It's the first time we've seen him like out of his uniform, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, he's changing.
Yeah.
When I stopped and I took another look at my baby, she said, if you're with me, I'll never go away.
In all likelihood, Nathan's dead.
That's what I'm assuming. Yeah.
And everybody...
But he can speak through him like she's pretending to be his sister.
You okay?
Whoa.
Oh, God. Help me with this ammo. And how are we doing? Terribly. I'm only friends with the Japanese, and just between you and me, they don't look very Aryan.
Okay, come here. Okay, see that American there? Just go give him a hug. Go, run! Let's go! Oh, Yoki.
Wow.
We must kill everything that we see.
Jesus Christ.
Die, devil, stop!
Wow. Huh. And that closed her out. Oh, he got his uniform the way he wanted. Him and his buddy. You gonna go out happy, right? I think he did. I think he just knew that the propaganda is BS because I'm assuming that he's gay and that's his lover that's behind him because of the knowing looks that they gave each other.
Yeah.
And that definitely went against, Nazi propaganda.
Yeah, this is crazy that they got this kid doing this run on this set.
Those are American soldiers,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, when she gave him the coat, it was an American soldier's coat.
I don't understand.
Oh, no, okay, no, that's a German coat. Never mind. I was all wrong.
Now go home, look after that sister of yours.
Get away. Get away, Jew. Hey, get away! What's going on? It's a Jew!
No.
Get away, Jew. Shut your mouth, Nazi.
Wow.
Go home!
Wow. Damn. I mean, what can you expect, right?
Now the war's over. At least your girlfriend will be free. She can leave now.
At least his building is still there.
Jojo, who won the war? We did. Somebody won the war. I'm sorry.
Shit, I'd lie too. I got no mom. I got no girlfriend.
Nothing. You're terrified. It's a wars. It's a literal war zone outside of your door. I get it.
Yeah. Now you feel real bad, don't you?
The thing is, I love you. I know you think of me as a younger brother, which is fine, and you're too old anyway.
I'm mad with man.
It's quite hot in here. Get your things together. We're leaving. Churchill Betzler. 10.5 years old. Today, just do what you can.
That's some wisdom right there.
You're gonna forget about that disgusting Jewy cow up there, and you're gonna come back to me where you belong. Right? Put it on. Heil me. Come on, for old time's sake. Heil me, little man.
No.
Heil me.
No.
A little high, just a little high. Please.
Fuck off,
Heil me just a little bit.
Oh, wait.
It's cute.
Ready? Is it dangerous out there?
Yes.
Extremely.
They really were considerate about the evolution of his wardrobe.
Yeah. How much time has passed and all the rubble's gone?
Well, it doesn't seem like this area was hit as hard.
Whole new world for her. For the both of them.
Probably deserve that. What do we do now?
Are they dancing?
Hey, you're ahead of your time, little guy. All right, I get the hype. Let everything happen to you, beauty and terror. Just keep going. Yeah. Well done. Well done, Mr. Waititi.
Very good.
That was a good piece of cinematography right there. I mean, a good piece of cinema. I guess the first thing that comes to mind, unexpected?
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of unexpected. A whole lot of it.
Very powerful stuff. It subverts your expectation because it gets you sort of wrapped up in the same way that he did, where you're just sort of caught in the fun of it all.
Right.
And reality starts to hit you real quick. And, it's not just the reality of like, this is all bullshit and it's propaganda and I've been misled. But it's also just the reality of manhood, the reality of just life, these grown-up things striking you quite early because it's a coming of age tale to a very young guy. It's really good stuff.
I think the brilliance in it is that we get a chance to tackle a very uncomfortable topic when you're dealing with the Nazis. You got to really tread lightly when you're dealing with that time period and dealing with how the Jews survived and all of that. And now you're also, not only is that difficult, there's also a difficulty in trying to figure out to humanize somebody, a group of people that has been completely despised. And I think the brilliance in that is that you get a chance to see this through the lens of a child.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything is childlike in the beginning, like over the top childlike, to the point where it's almost a caricature of a project, right?
Yeah.
Everything from the way they throw in bombs and they have this like Boy Scouts and everybody's just like, you really do feel like you're 10 years old. But I think you almost have to see through a child's eyes in order to humanize, Nazis.
Well, the Germans of that time. Yeah, I mean, because not everybody was bad. That's the thing. It's like there's this perception that all of the country, but I think a lot of Germany actually didn't want the Nazis. My history is very rough. My knowledge of history is rough. My cursory understanding of things is that a lot of the Germans really didn't want that. I hate to make this comparison. My apologies to any Trump supporters, but like I do wonder how Trump will be looked at like 50 years from now. Obviously, it's not going to look like this. My hope is that it doesn't look like this, right? Where, this is the worst thing ever. Trump representing America, it's like you start to get this impression of the states. There's lots of impressions of the states out there in the world. Like, we're all fat and gun-toting Americans. And it's the truth of the matter is not all of us are like that. There's a lot of colors here. And likewise, back then, there's a lot of colors there as well. It's like the Nazis just dominated the government there. They didn't stand for everybody. They wanted to, but they didn't represent everybody. The important part of this is the indoctrination of children. You get kids at a really young age. This still happens today a lot, and it's fucking scary. You have the indoctrination of children at a very young age, and you brainwash them into believing this ideology that is sick and disgusting, and you give it to them in such a way that that makes sense. It feels right. And the way that it was presented here was almost like it was fun.
Yeah.
I have no idea like how much this is true, because obviously this is artistic licensing up the wazoo, but I have no idea how it was actually delivered to kids. So I am curious about that, but I just know that like this is a great way to deliver such a powerful message under the guise of comedy. They just hit you out of nowhere in that rib shot. I'm like, whoa. When he saw her shoes, that is like, I feel like that's one of those moments that'll go down in filmmaking history of like, if you were to parody that somewhere else, you would know exactly what that shot is. There's only two shots that are like that. This and Gladiator, when Russell Crowe discovers his family.
I thought Gladiator too.
Yeah.
I really legitimately thought about that exact same moment. And I was like, okay, all right. Yeah, because he's in the snot and him kissing his son's feet and oh my gosh, it's just, but at least with that, you got a little bit of preparation, maybe even a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
This, I mean, he pops out, the world has changed obviously because they shifted the color palette, but he hops out, you see like there's a break in some of the columns, the color palette's changing, but then you see this one bit, the small tiny spot of beauty in the butterfly. and you're still in this joyous, like childlike state with our main actor, and then he looks up, and then you see the shoes.
Yeah.
There was no warning. There was no like get ready. It was just, and we are just as shocked as he is.
Yeah. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant because it set you up without knowing, you didn't know you were being set up, because they showed that earlier when they were at the park or something like that, just before they hopped on the bikes. There was a shot of her on the wall and she was sort of dancing in front of him, and it was a shot of him looking at her, but all you saw of her was her shoes for that moment as she was dancing around. And it was perfect because it lingered long enough that it stayed in your mind.
Yeah.
And so when you saw it later on, it was marrying with an even earlier shot where you saw the Jews that were hung. Very powerful. Like, genius fucking move. I was blown away because, like, you sort of have no idea where things are going for a while because you're sort of lost in the fun and the imagination of this kid, because kids naturally have an imagination. It is an interesting thing to explore that. Like, what would it have been like in the mind of a 10-year-old boy in the middle of Nazi Germany? What's that like? That's an interesting question to ask and explore, and to have a film that's focused on that perspective.
I think that there is a comparison to the thinking of a 10-year-old boy to the thinking of grown adults making some of these same decisions. Adults who may not necessarily have the education to discern, or the experience or the wisdom to discern what's going on around them. And I think that this is a lesson being taught on how to reach adults who are no different than this little boy.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes you have to like dumb things down and force people to have to be with other folks, recognize other folks, talk to other people, in order to kind of like get this message across. So even though JoJo is this little boy, there's a lot of folks and wherever you are that's attaching themselves to some kind of philosophy or dogma or government ideology that is seeing it through that same lens.
Yeah, I mean, you're hitting on something interesting. The older I get, the more I think that the idea of a grown-up is an illusion. It's a lie that we've been sold as kids, because you see grown-ups as a kid. I was listening to John Mulaney's stand-up comedy the other day, and he was talking about how when he was 10 years old being babysat, he thought his babysitter was like 25, 30 years old. She was 13. So, like, as a kid, you just see everybody else as like larger than, like, giants. In your minds, they're like giants. Even if it's just 3-4 years age difference, they seem like grown-ups and they seem like they understand and they have their shit together. And so you aspire towards that naturally, and then you get there and you're like, wait, I don't really know anything.
Like, there wasn't no manual I was supposed to read.
Yeah.
Once I hit some of these ages, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, where's my I just turned 30 manual so
Yeah.
I can make sure I'm not messing this up.
Yeah. What's even more wild is to realize that your average adult today knows more than some of the most astute people 100 years ago, 150 years ago. We have so much information being thrown at us all the time. We know so much data, and yet we feel just as lost and just as confused and uncertain. And we're all just trying to like get by in this crazy world. So that's an interesting thought that you were exploring there, which is the idea that we're kind of like the 10-year-old boy. Having a story this mature, focused on a kid is, first off, that's daring. That's a daring story to tell for a multitude of reasons. From a technical standpoint, there's two rules. There's the rule of never make a movie with kids, never make a movie with animals. It's just a headache waiting to happen. I can't even imagine like what it was like to, and Taika Waititi explores that all the time. He has done so many films with kids. I'm like, I don't know if he's a masochist or he just knows how to handle kids really, really well, because every film I've seen of his, it deals with kids in some capacity, except for Ragnarok. That's the only one that doesn't deal with kids as far as I can recall. It's an interesting thought to explore that, you know, we are just basically kids that look like grown-ups in terms of our mentality. Most of us don't get past the 7th grade reading level. The way we sort of react to things, a lot of us, we're sort of tricked in the same way by our media and whatnot, especially in this day and age where you have your echo chambers because of the powers that be. The system is designed to try to make you happy by giving you what it thinks you want. And so it's reinforcing that data over and over again. Oh, you want to see stuff about how the left are evil people who are trying to murder their babies. We're going to give you more of that data right there. Oh, you think that the entire right is just, you know, gun-toting Trump supporters. Oh, we're going to give you more of that data. And so so it's creating a bigger and bigger divide, and we are sort of like kids, these sponges that are soaking up all this useless data, you know, and hating each other even more.
There's two characters that I just wanted to ask you about that I found very fascinating. One is Yorkie, the little kid that was like his best friend, because they had like these weird adult-ish kind of moments, even though they're both like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And then the other who I think stole the show is Sam Rockwell's character. I can't even remember the guy's name. Sam Rockwell's character is just totally, to me, but from him being like the leader of the scouts, being drunk, and he was all, you know, looking dapper, and he was all a part of the machine and just everything, even showing off his shooting prowess.
Yeah.
And you could just see that character arc was really, really good. I thought it was the best. Even to me, I thought it was even stronger than JoJo's character arc. Not only did he change, he sacrificed completely. Was there anything in those two characters that I mentioned, or anybody else that stood out for you outside of JoJo?
I mean, I thought that the entire cast was an interesting collection of characters, the way they were written. I think that Taika Waititi did a good job either in his writing or his casting in giving us three-dimensional characters that all felt very, very different. I wondered what it was like for the actors or anybody reading that script for that moment when JoJo stands up and sees his mom's feet. Like, I can imagine how that, like, on the page, like, how that just hits you, and you just have to stop reading for a second. I nearly had to stop the movie. It was so powerful. I was like, oh God, like, this is a lot to do. I think the older you get, the more you get sensitive to that shit. It was just a lot. Even talking about it, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, well after that scene stopped, I was still, like, processing it and still dealing with it. But as far as the characters go, to answer your question, yeah, I mean, they did a really good job with casting for his young friend with the glasses. And then Sam Rockwell always kills it to me. He's one of those actors I would just love to work with someday, even if it was like he went that way, like just that kind of line, like just to stand next to him, you know. It's like, because I've always been a fan of his ever since I've first watched him. His improv and his ability to be this funny, likable guy, even when he's playing a Nazi, to be this funny, likable guy that there's something about him you just want to keep watching. I don't know what it is. He's a very watchable actor.
There was a performance done by the kid that played in Game of Thrones. I don't think I even heard him speak. I don't even think he had any lines. Did he? I don't even think he said anything.
He at least said Hail Hitler. I can't remember what else he said in the movie, but his lines were far and few between. It was mostly physical.
Okay, I'm about to change gears real quick. I was just about to say, you wouldn't think he contributed much, but he contributed a lot. I think one of my favorite scenes is the change up in tone from Hail Hitler. When the Gestapo or whatever it is came by to look at the house, there was this full-blown Laurel and Hardy who's on first kind of gag going back and forth with the Hail Hitlers that kept going back and forth. And it was like, oh, okay, I see what they're gonna do with this, and they got funnier and funnier and funnier. And then they ran the gag again, but it was not funny.
Yeah.
It was serious, because when the young lady, Elsa, I think that's her name, the one that was locked up, when they did it with her, the tone was so different from the initial slapsticky Laurel and Hardy kind of thing. To me, that was probably one of the first big change-ups of, this is no longer this little boy's fun journey of being a Boy Scout and learning, how to tie knots and throw grenades. It went from, okay, there's some serious stakes on the line because this little girl could die. And for them to do that with a bit, I know Taika gets sometimes drugged through the mud a little bit about his comedic timing and maybe overdoing it sometimes. But when he does hit it, he hits it out the park. And that contrast between those two bits was the turning of a page. And I was just directing brilliance to me.
I thought that he did a fantastic job here. I liked the style of it all. I like the style overall. The shot design was just really, really cool. And I liked some of I want to say it's like Tarantino, but Tarantino got it from somewhere else, which is like old kung fu cinema or old spaghetti westerns. Like, it just kind of like dropped in there randomly here and there of sort of this emphasis of cool action. And speaking of cool, this speaks to Taika's philosophy, which I've mentioned multiple times at this point, which is he loves to tell stories about characters who just want to be cool. This kid just wants to be cool. He just wants to be accepted, Over the course of the film, it goes way beyond that, and which is, you just mentioned it. He's in the room and everyone's saying Hail Hitler. In that scene, over the course of that scene, this young boy is realizing just the scope of how awful he has been with what he has said, what he's drawn, the feelings he's had towards Jews. Like, it's all hitting him really fast, especially when he has that very real fear that this girl he has a crush on could get killed. That's when it all starts to really hit him. I feel like we've all kind of had that moment. not to that level of seriousness, but we've all had that moment as a kid where we realize, oh, shit just got real. For me, and I've mentioned it a couple times, I apologize if you've heard this already. I was a kid fucking around because my grandma was watching me. I was kicking the ball in the house. I was staying at my relative's house. My grandma was watching me. I kicked the soccer ball into the corner, and it knocked this glass jar full of like Hershey's chocolate or something like that, and it shattered. All the glass fell behind this corner, and it was like impossible to move the couches. My grandmother didn't have that strength. All she could do is reach and grab the glass.
Ooh.
And I noticed that her hands, she didn't complain to me, but as she was walking by, I noticed her hands were all cut up and full of blood. And it was like, as a 10-year-old, I was like, I did that. I caused my grandmother to bleed. Like, and it just sort of stayed with me. And it was like one of those landmark moments in my brain of like becoming a grown-up. You know what I mean? Of like, don't do that shit. You know, maybe don't be so fucking obnoxious. Maybe like think about what you're doing. I enjoyed the shit out of this. It was emotional. It was hysterical. And I think that it's going to stay with me a long time. You guys, hopefully you enjoyed this reaction and discussion. Thanks so much for hanging out. If you're watching this on Patreon or memberships, thanks so much for supporting us here. Very, very much appreciate it. Follow Sintel with the Intel on his YouTube channel, youtube.com/Sintel, or on Instagram and Twitter, also @Sintel. That's it for now. Thanks again. I'm Jabby Koay. This is...
Hey, it's your boy Sintel.
Peace out.